Today was day 5 of the Las Vegas Raiders 2024 training camp. The pads came on today, so it was time to see what's real and what's not. In his presser this morning, head coach Antonio Pierce said the offense would win the day on the first day at pads because of the offensive line. The offensive line was different with pads, but I wouldn't say the offense won the day. They have their moments, though. A quarterback has yet to distinguish himself, but they both look good in spots. Running back Dylan Labe showed he's good in pads, too, and tight end Brock Bowers made plays catching and running the ball. On defense, Max Crosby is still Max Crosby, but he's getting that work from Thayer Munford. Corners Jack Jones and Jacorian Bennett are still balling, too. Let's see what the Raiders had to say about themselves today. This is Pierce this morning. He wanted to go live, tackling to the ground and everything.
Full blown. Just like I said, day one. We'll hit the ground running. We'll set up drills to build it up. You'll see over there with the O-line, D-line, and then the front seven, and then we'll get into team periods, and then we'll end practice with live.
And here was his wrong prediction of the offense winning.
I think it's going to be the offense. If I had to predict today, I think the offensive line is going to get after it. Richie Incognito talked to the team last night, and it was pretty intense. Whatever you think he said, he said.
Pierce feels there's something special on the way.
I think we're building something really special. It's a tight unit, not just with the players, but our staff, even our scouting department. We got a lot of our college scouts here. They'll be at practice again today, but just eating together, being in their meetings, all of us getting together, understanding what we're all trying to accomplish, and hearing it from myself, hearing it from Telesco, and then that going down. And then I think the best part, a couple of days ago, we had Chef Guy here cook for our team, and I've never seen our team wait for a meal. But we had 91 players plus staff, give over about 150 people waiting to eat with Chef Guy and the celebrity chefs he brought down. And it was good to see everybody go in the team meeting room and just hang out and kind of bond and talk.
Oh, and the quarterback competition?
Status quo. Just that, status quo.
Is there anything more you want to see them do, kind of take charge of the competition?
Yeah, just that. I like to see, again, I'm going to keep saying it, just somebody just to take it and say, I'm the guy, AP. And make it clear and evident, and then we'll make that decision at that point.
There will be no joint practice because the Raiders already know what they have on defense, and the offense can improve as a result of working with them.
Yeah, and I said that. The question was asked earlier in the week, why not do joint practice? I said, 'cause I think we got a pretty good defense to judge it on. And I think you guys have seen that. The defense is what you expect in year 3, and when you got guys like Robert Spillane, Marcus Epps, Max Crosby, Christian Wilkins, and all those guys playing at a high level, and more importantly, communicating at a high level. And now Patrick's out there, he's playing Russian roulette, right? He's out there, he's just throwing it out there, playing dice, and these guys are just, they're making the calls and adjustments. A very tight-knit group. You can see the energy and excitement that they have for one another when they make plays, and they expect to dominate, and they're doing such.
Here he talks about the progression of the second-year players.
Yeah, what I see is guys playing a little bit more looser, to be honest, at ease, kind of finding their role. Who am I? I heard Big Mike talk like, man, I worked on getting fast or doing yoga. You got to find out what it's like to be a pro. What worked in college doesn't work in the pro sometimes for you. So just adjusting your body, your routines. I think you see with Bennett, he was a gentleman that started earlier in the season for us, had some rough patches, went on the bench, came back in here and there. Boom, he hit the reset button. Came back with a different mindset and said, you know what, I'm ready to compete. And he's doing such. And you see that with Trey Tucker. He changed his body. He was here this entire offseason, got bigger, stronger, faster, had a hell of a play yesterday in the 2-minute drill. It's just the confidence they're playing with. And more importantly, I think it's a credit to to their teammates. Devontae's doing a really good job. Jacoby Myers, those guys around and really loving up and coaching up our young receivers. And you see that amongst our team. Obviously, we got some young guys in the tight end position, but they work together. Like this morning, you saw Brock and Mike having breakfast together. That's cool.
He talked about what's driving the emergence of the secondary.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, it starts with Trayvon and Marcus Epps. I mean, they've really set the tone. They bonded from day one since Epps got here. His communication and what they do in between plays, what they do pre-practice, post-practice, that continuity and that group is really what you want, right? I'll be honest, when I first got here, 3 years ago, the DB group, that room's a little shaky. It wasn't a tight-knit group. Everybody's independent contractors. Now we don't see that. We see a group playing together, really enjoying each other's success. And when the opportunity's there for them to make a play, they're making those plays. And our safeties, all of them have made a play this, 4 practices in, either interception or some kind of play that's impacted the game, practice.
Now we're on to Bowers. He was asked if his speed is underestimated because of his size, and he just keeps it simple. Listen.
I don't know. I just kind of do my thing. I don't really worry about that. But Yeah, I mean, I just catch the ball and run. I don't know.
The difference between the college game and pro game to him.
Yeah, I think, in college, sometimes they'd kind of baby you through a little bit and be like, hey, it's all right, it's all right. But then here it's like, you got to know what you're doing to be on the field and be able to play. And, I mean, if you're not getting it right, you're just going to be cut and it's on the next guy. So, yeah.
Now we're on to Munford. He recognizes how much better Crosby's made him.
Man, I can't give him enough credit for making me better, to be honest. Yeah, y'all might see him doing his stuff, of course, and he might beat me a couple times, but you know, it makes me better, it makes him better. If I beat him, then it'd be like, all right, he has to get better somehow, some way. If he beats me, I gotta get better. It's something I gotta do. So having that mentality with him is 9-day difference, you know, especially last year too.
He likes the way his camp's going, despite the fact that he has to line up across from Crosby every day.
Pretty well. You know, I gotta have my ups and downs with Max, but you know, that's common during camp though. So all I gotta do now is, you know, keep going. You know, Matt's gonna get me better. I'm gonna get him better, like I said before, and he's gonna make everybody else better.
He talked about his relationship and chemistry with right guard Dylan Parham.
That's my brother. That's my brother from another mother. Me and him came in together, of course. It's just, I love him, man. Like, love playing by him. We tell people, like we tell each other, like, what we need to work on, of course, and we do it the next day, and we gotta keep on building on that. You know, it's a little more chemistry that needs to be, you know, involved, of course, but we are very confident of us being on that right side.
Is Crosby really the one that brings the most energy of anyone on the team?
1,000%. It's unmatched.
Labe is leaving a good impression on Munford.
Oh, yeah. A little New Yorker. You know, from him, he just puts his head, he's a football player. Him and Brock, basically football players that loves to work, come to work, do their thing, you know, ask questions. They ask questions a lot, and they just come here ready to work every day.
Now we're on to Malcolm Kuntz, who's a brand new man. He was asked about his confidence.
I think confidence for me comes from, I don't know, understand what I got to do this year. I understand, like, the formula that makes me successful, and also just enjoying being out there. It's the funnest thing in the world to be out there. So,
man, and they have the nerve to ask him about his contract situation.
I'm not trying to think about none of that. So, yeah.
Have you discussed anything with the team? I mean, it is a real thing.
No, I haven't talked about anything like that yet. So.
Now we're on to linebacker Divine Diablo, who was asked how the team's first day in pads went.
Felt great. I think the whole group was pretty physical today, so it went good to me.
He's healthy and ready to play up to expectations this year.
Personal expectations. I was battling injuries, but I'm going to put that to the side. I'm going to just focus on me. That's it.
And what are his expectations?
Health. I feel like as long as I'm healthy, I can be a top linebacker in the league. When I'm not, you know, it can go downhill. So health was most important to me.
And after being called Big Swole by defensive coordinator Patrick Graham last year, this is what he said about trimming back down.
So last year I felt too big. I put on a lot of muscle last year. This year I kind of slimmed it back down so I can keep my speed, beat players to the ball.
And another vote for Max Crosby on who brings the most energy.
I'm going to be real, it's hard to beat Max's energy. It's hard to beat his energy, so I would say him. He won today.
I forgot to tell you, Christian Wilkins was a beast on that defense today, but do I really even have to say that? We already know what it is with him. With him and Crosby up front and the way the Raiders secondary is coming along, what are opposing offenses going to do? As dominant as they've been, don't say the Raiders are all defense and no offense just yet. One, it takes offense a little longer to come together, and two, this is the same defense minus Wilkins that shut down Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs offense. Give the quarterback some time. Munford is hanging in there with Crosby. Bowers is quite a weapon to add to the rest of them, and Labe is quite a find. Like you, I can't wait to see more. Thank you for watching. See you next time.